Well, hello, y'all. Welcome to this episode of Historical Markers. Today we are in Jefferson County, Illinois. There is lots to see here. I'm really excited. And we're going to go and we're going to find out what treasures that Jefferson County has to offer us. So stay tuned and let me know if you learned something at the end. We are here in Mount Vernon, Illinois. And this is the Women's Veterans Memorial. And it says, "We honor all women, past, present, and future, for their patriotism to the United States of America, American Legion, Department of Illinois." All right, we are outside the Jefferson County Courthouse in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and this marker is for the Black Hawk War, the Mexican War, the Civil War, the Spanish War, World War I, World War II, the Korean conflict, and Vietnam era. And there are names all along this, on these blocks all the way around the courthouse. It looks like the names of those who served and who are fallen. Okay, we are outside the Appellate Courthouse in Mount Vernon, Illinois. And this is the first marker we're looking at. It says, "This building was constructed for the Southern Division of the Illinois Supreme Court, one of 3 divisions created by the Constitution of 1848. Court met in lodge halls in Mount Vernon prior to completion of the center section of this building, about 1857. The 1870 Constitution established a system of appellate courts, and Mount Vernon was named the seat of the 4th District. The Supreme Court shared the building until 1897, after which all of its sessions were held in Springfield." Okay, we are going to look at the markers here. They're all in this circle around the Abraham Lincoln statue. Attorney Abraham Lincoln, November 1859. This monument commemorates Abraham Lincoln's visit to this courthouse on November 18th and 19th, 1859. At that time, this building was the Illinois Supreme Court, 1st Grand Division, and Lincoln was here on behalf of his client, the Illinois Central Railroad, which was being sued by the state of Illinois to collect taxes for the year 1857. The courtroom in this courthouse is unique. It is the only remaining courtroom in which Abraham Lincoln tried a case that continues to be used to this day in the same manner it was used in the 1850s. This monument was sculpted by Alan Cottrell of Zanesville, Ohio. Excluding the base, the bronze sculpture stands 8.5 feet tall. This original Lincoln statue is a product of numerous studies and multiple full-scale casts by the artist, and reflects Lincoln's humanity as opposed to an idealized Lincoln. This marker says State of Illinois versus Illinois Central Railroad. From 1853 until his nomination for the presidency in 1860, Lincoln was retained as an attorney by the Illinois Central Railroad, the leading corporation in the state. During this period, Lincoln handled many cases for the railroad in state and federal court, including several cases before the Illinois Supreme Court. One of the most important cases Lincoln handled for the Illinois Central was the case he tried before the Supreme Court at this courthouse in November of 1859. The case involved the evaluation of the railroad's property for the assessment of taxes alleged to be due to the state for the year 1857. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Lincoln and the railroad. Lincoln's victory in this case rescued the railroad from financial ruin. If Lincoln had lost this case, the Illinois Central most likely would have been forced into bankruptcy which would have been disastrous to the state of Illinois and its economy. The Supreme Court's decision in this case was the last reported decision in which Lincoln was connected as a lawyer. The Illinois Supreme Court in Mount Vernon. Illinois' second state constitution, which was adopted in 1848, provided for one Supreme Court divided into 3 grand divisions. Mount Vernon was designated as the site of the first grand division. Springfield was the site of the second grand division, and Ottawa was the site of the third grand division. In 1854, the state legislature appropriated $6,000 for the erection of the Supreme Courthouse for the first grand division in Mount Vernon. The courthouse was built here on property donated by Zadok Casey, the founder of Mount Vernon and a former lieutenant governor of Illinois. In 1857, the courthouse was completed. The Appellate Court in Mount Vernon. In 1870, a third state constitution was adopted. The Constitution of 1870 provided for the establishment of the Illinois Appellate Court by the legislature after 1874. 4 districts of the Appellate Court were established in 1877. Mount Vernon was selected as the site of the 4th District. Both the Supreme Court and the Appellate Court used this building until 1897, when the 3 grand divisions of the Supreme Court were consolidated into one locale in Springfield. The Appellate Court, 4th District, then had exclusive use of the building, and the building became known as the Appellate Courthouse. On January 1st, 1964, pursuant to an amendment to the Illinois Constitution of 1870, the 4th District became the 5th District. The 5th District has remained unchanged since 1964 and comprises the southernmost 37 counties of Illinois. Why is Lincoln beardless? This monument depicts Abraham Lincoln as he appeared in the late 1850s. In the fall of 1860, a few weeks before he was elected to the presidency, Lincoln received a letter from Grace Bedell, an 11-year-old girl from Westfield, New York. In her letter, dated October 15, 1860, young Grace urged Lincoln to grow a beard to improve his appearance to help him get elected. Lincoln responded in a letter on October 19, 1860, making no promises. However, less than a month later, he began growing a beard. We are in the Oakwood Cemetery in Mount Vernon, Illinois, and they have a monument here that is dedicated to veterans of all wars. At the base of this monument, it says dedicated, oh no, it says in memory of all U.S. soldiers and sailors. They have a cannon over here as well. So this cannon was rededicated November 8th, 2003 to the memory of all Jefferson County veterans. The renovation work was performed by the 1st Illinois Light Artillery Battery C and the 6th Illinois Cavalry Company D. Their work was done in memory of Charles E. Huey. We are here at Veterans Memorial Park in Mount Vernon, and we have yet another beautiful memorial to the Jefferson County veterans. Beautiful engraving back here. The eagle. And the title of the memorial is Lest We Forget. To give a life is a miracle of God. To lose a veteran is an unforgettable memory. The nation which forgets its defenders will be itself forgotten. Calvin Coolidge. We are outside the Jefferson County Historical Village Museum in Mount Vernon. And this place looks really, really cool. There's a lot of old buildings and things down through here. So we will come back here and do an entire episode of this village. But for right now, we're here for markers because this is historical markers, right? And this marker is for the Goshen Road. The Goshen Road was one of the main arteries of travel in the early 1800s. When Illinois was frontier country, the road ran in a northwesterly direction from Shawneetown to Edwardsville, a distance of more than 150 miles. Shawneetown and Edwardsville were two of the leading commercial towns in Illinois. In the vast area between these towns, most of the early settlements were along the Goshen Road, which was 3 miles east of this point in Jefferson County. In 1821, after the county was organized, an alternate road was surveyed in order to pass through Mount Vernon, the county seat. All right, y'all, that was Jefferson County, Illinois. Did you learn anything? I did. It's pretty cool. There were a lot going on around that courthouse, too. There's just a lot there. So, come to Jefferson County. Go to Mount Vernon. Look at all of these things that are around there. It's pretty cool. Stay tuned for another episode of Historical Markers, and we'll see what else we can find.